Record this session. Right. So in the last class, we discussed about the patching, right? And how to patch the SQL Server. Anyone tried patching the SQL Server, guys? Anyone tried patching SQL Server?
No, I did not.
Okay, okay. Just try it, guys. It's easy only. No need to wait for the recording. You can download and you can copy the file and you can just patch the SQL Server next, and patch it. Okay, fine. Right. So now let's discuss about how to remove the patch and in case of issues where to check the errors, right? And if possible, I'll try to show you missing MSI and MSP. Why? Because if you are getting that error, then I can show you. If you are not, sometimes while removing that, we'll get that error, okay, missing MSI and MSP. So I'll try to remove and let's see whether we are getting that error or not. Sometimes, not regularly, but still I'll explain, okay, with the help of some screenshots and all, okay. Right, so let's start this session, guys. Okay, so yesterday we discussed it, right, like how to patch the SQL Server and all, and what kind of precautions we have to take before patching and after patching, and what is the process of patching the SQL Server, right? So we have to check the application owner first, and then we have to take the approval. We have to send an email to the application owner stating that we are looking for a downtime window, right? And then application owner or product owner will give you a downtime window. Then you have to raise a change request and you have to represent this change request in the CAB meeting, change advisory board, and they will ask some questions. No need to represent, guys. Sometimes, for example, generally CAB meetings will be in the evening time. For US people, it will be morning. For us, it will be evening time, right? So, in case if you are not in the shift, you can tell to your team lead or you can tell to your colleagues, those who are in the shift, you can tell to them, hey, there is a change. I cannot log into the CAB meeting. Okay, my shift is over. So that you please represent my change. They will represent. Why? Because in case if he is not in shift, you are going to represent, right? So in the same way, if you are not in shift, you can ask your colleagues to represent the changes from the database side or whatever changes you are doing. So you can represent any DB, you can ask any DB or you can represent in case if you have a time, I mean to say if you have an available window, you can join the meeting and you can represent the change, your change and all. So once the change is approved, then you can proceed to patch the SQL server. And before patching, we discussed, right, some precautions like check how many services are up and running, check how many instances has been installed in that machine, check the server name selected at server name, okay, and check whether both the names are equal or not in the object explorer and in the table results, the output, whatever output is there, that output also showing the same results or not. Check selected at version, okay, the version is same or not in the object explorer and in the output, and check whether enough free space is there or not in the drives, especially C drive. At least 3 GB free space should be there. If there is no free space, check with Windows team to add some extra space or ask them to do some house cleaning activities and all. They are going to make you some free space in the C drive, right? And you have to check the database states also, okay, so that before patching, what is the states of all the databases. After patching also, it should carry same state, right? So you have to take the back, I mean to say, you have to run select star from sys dot databases. Whatever output you can see, just copy paste that output in the Excel sheet or or you can export the table as well. So, and if it is an old machine, if it is an old machine again, so you can ask Windows team to take the VM level snapshot. Okay, if the machine is old machine, right? Imagine you are patching SQL Server 2005 or 2008, which is hosted on Windows machine 2008 and all. As it is old machine, there is a high chances of a risk. Okay, it might fail because of some other issues and all. So to avoid this, ask them to take a VM snapshot. Okay, so that in case if something went wrong, definitely you can easily restore using VM snapshot. Windows team will help you on that. You can just request them, but before a day you have to request, not on the same day. Why? Because you have to tell them that you are doing a patching activity, so you need one Windows guy help, so that the manager of Windows team will assign one guy. In the last minute, if you are going and if you're asking, no one will come, guys. Okay, and they will escalate the issue. DB team is coming in the last week, last minute, and they're asking our help. So like that, they'll escalate the issue. So before a day itself, you can plan these things. In case if it is an old machine, make sure one resource is available from Windows side as well. Okay, and try to copy the patch files before a day to avoid the issues, last minute issues and all. So that in case if you copied the files on Friday itself, so that in case if the path and all is not working, then you can request a new path, or else you can ask Windows team to add the permissions for the shared folder and all. So these are all the main precautions you have to take before patching. And after patching, again, you have to check all the services, whatever services before patching, all the services after patching are up and running or not, and all the database states, and whether patching is successful or not. You can check in the summary.txt file. You can also cross check by checking selected version. Okay, so you can also run selected version, and you can see that, okay, what is that output, the bill number is changed or not, and whether it is showing, okay, RTM hyphen whatever updates you 21, 22, 23, whatever update, whether update is showing or not in the output. Okay, you can cross check, and then finally, once patching is successfully completed, you can send an email. Before patching also, you have to send an email that you are patching this machine to all the DBA team and manager and your particular, okay, application owner, and Windows team and monitoring team. Okay, so that they will know that you are patching the machine. So in case of any errors, they don't touch until the downtime window is going to be completed. Right after patching, also you have to send an email so that stating that, on so and so server we have successfully applied the patches. Everything is looking good from the database side. Please check from the application side, so that if everything is looking good from application side, we can close the change ticket. Like that, you can send an email after patching. Then whoever that application owner, like in the yesterday's case, like we used Peter, right, application owner. So Peter will cross check from the application side. So if everything is looking good, Peter will reply, okay, everything is looking good from the application side. So once we got the confirmation, then we can close the change ticket, guys. Okay, and make sure you have a rollback plan. Rollback plan means in case if something goes wrong, how you are going to recover the instance, right? So we have a rollback plan. What is the rollback plan, guys? One rollback plan is you have to remove the patching. In case if something goes wrong, you have to remove the patching. So that is the rollback plan, right? Fine. So in what scenario we will remove the patch? When we will remove the patch? Is there any other solution before removing the patch? Okay, so let's discuss these things, guys. So generally, in case of any issues from the DB side, for example, while patching the SQL server, you are getting some issues from the database side. Okay, I'm getting issues, right? So let's remove the patch. No, that is not the correct thing, right? So first you have to troubleshoot the issues. Removing patching is the last option. If there is no way, no other way, then you have to go with the remove patching option. Until then, you have to troubleshoot. Okay, so you have to troubleshoot what is the issue and all. So in what scenarios generally we have to remove the patch? So I told you, right, during the patching, in case if patching is failed due to wrong server name, right? Yesterday we discussed it, right? Wrong server name. Here it will show you different name in the Object Explorer. This is Object Explorer server name. And in the selected server name will give you different output. That means the server name is wrong. Something happened from the Windows machine side. So what we have to do? First, we have to fix that issue, right? And same version, selected version. If you run selected version, okay, if you run selected version, it should show same build number. Whatever build number it is showing here, 15.0.4.335.1, here also it should show same build number. If build numbers are different here and here, then we discuss, right, what is the solution? What is the solution, guys?
Rename the server.
Rename. Subbu.
Okay, can you repeat your question, bro?
If build number is different in the object explorer and in the query results, what is the solution?
We uninstall the previous version.
We have to remove the old patch.
The partial installation. Okay.
In what case we can see that one? If it is partially successful, if the last patch is partially successful, then you can see a different build numbers in the object explorer. This is object explorer, as you can see here, object explorer,
Yeah.
and this is query results. Okay. So if
Okay.
it is showing different numbers, then you have to remove. If it is server name issue, then you have to drop the old server and you have to add the new server, and then you can try patching again. If it is
Okay.
build number issue, you can remove the old patch. So that is one case. If the SQL server is partially successful, if the patch is partially successful, then what is the solution, guys? We have to remove the old patch. So this is one scenario that we will remove the old patch, right? So what is the other scenario that we will remove the old patch? There is second scenario also, right? What is the second scenario? Every application will have a compatibility level. What is that, guys? Compatibility. In the beginning of the sessions we discussed, and I gave you an example also, like the childhood clothes. Okay, you cannot wear it now. Why? Because the size, measurements, everything will be different now. That is called compatibility. Means one application will support up to some extent of OS, right? Every application will support up to an extent of OS or applications. So here, one application will be connected to this server, right? Imagine some XYZ application. Imagine some Zomato application is connected to this server. Now, Zomato is compatible up to SQL Server 2019 RTM. Imagine Zomato is compatible up to SQL Server 2019 RTM. So if it is more than that, if it is 2019 CU1, Zomato application can't connect to the database server. That is called compatibility. Every application will have a compatibility, guys. Up to some extent of software versions it will support. I'm just giving an example, guys. Okay, I'm just giving an example. So in the organization, every SQL server will be tagged with different applications, right? Internal applications, small applications, and all will be there. If that XYZ application is not compatible with the CU23, okay, if the applications till yesterday, okay, everything looks good and application is connecting to the database, perfectly it is running. So yesterday you did a patching or today you did a patching. After patching, application is not able to connect to the database. Actually, this is the work of the application team. When we request the application team that we are going to patch the server, they have to check what kind of updates we are applying, and they have to check from the application side whether their application is compatible with the CU23 or not. If their application is not compatible with CU23, then they don't allow us to patch the SQL server. They will simply tell you that my application is not compatible with the CU23, whatever patches you are applying. So my application will not be compatible with CU23. So please don't proceed with the patching. If they are saying like that, we can stop. We can withdraw our plan, guys. That is the work of the application team. They have to check what kind of updates we are applying on the SQL Server side, and they have to check whether their application is compatible with the new updates or not. They will have their own documentation for that. Okay, they have to check and they have to let us know, then only we'll proceed. So in case if they miss that point or if they don't check that one, not every case, guys, I am saying in case of old applications, these kind of issues will arise. In case if their application is not compatible with the latest updates, if their application is not compatible with the latest updates, so what we have to do? What is the solution we have? We have already patched the SQL Server with the latest cumulative update, right? But after patching, the application is not compatible with the latest update. So what we have to do in this scenario?
We
You have
have
to
to
remove
remove the patch.
the patches.
Correct. Immediately, we don't remove the patch.
Okay.
We'll ask application team, like how SQL Server is having updates, application is also will have some updates, right? Every application will have some updates, right?
Yeah.
So we will ask application team, hey, do you have any updates to your application? In case if you have any updates, please apply the updates. When you apply the updates, it will support extra versions, right? Extra compatibility, extra compatibility. The compatibility level will be increased. So the solution is, yes, we have to remove the recently applied patch, but before removing, you have to request application team, hey, do you have any application updates from your side? If any updates are there, please try to apply the updates on the application side. When you apply the updates on the application side, the compatibility level will increase. Okay, so that it might can support up to CE23. If they said, no, this is old application, we don't have any other updates for this application, then the solution is you have to remove the recently applied updates. Getting the point, guys? Is it clear now? In what
Yep.
scenarios we are going to remove the patch? Two scenarios. One is in case if build number is different, in case if the last patch is partially successful, then we are going to remove the old patch. There is no solution for that. You have to remove the old patch. This is one scenario. The second scenario is after patching, if application is not compatible with the latest updates, then we have to request the application team to update their application. If they don't have any updates from their application side, then we have to remove the recently applied update. Clear? Any questions here, please? Questions, guys?
So, if you remove the latest version, then what about the bugs?
If you remove the latest version,
Then CU22 bugs will be there.
CE23, yeah. Bugs,
22.
you're
Yes.
saying. They have to go for alternatives. Or else we have to
Okay.
check which cumulative update is suitable for them. Okay, maybe CU22 is compatible or CU21 is compatible. We have to check and we have to apply the last CU. Otherwise, if they don't have any updates from the application side, and if still they are not allowing us to apply the new updates, definitely they will have some bugs, right? So in such scenario, what they have to do, they have to completely migrate their application to new version.
Okay. Equal to CU20.
Correct, correct.
Yeah, immediately they don't update immediately, right? So
Now
if
the
application is not finished,
the change window will be cancelled. Maybe they have to plan after 1 week or after 2 weeks.
yeah,
Immediately
after
that is
that
not
only,
possible.
yeah, we need to remove before. So once they are updated the application, we need to update SQL, right? After that only.
Yeah, that's it. They have to again will cancel the change plan and they will ask them to update their application. Once they updated their application, then again we'll raise the change request.
Okay.
Yeah, these kind of things cannot be checked before patching, pre-checks.
That's why I told one point that they have to check it.
So while sending mail itself, we have to inform that
That is their responsibility. Again, we cannot see in the organization if someone comes to you and if they are asking your responsibilities or if they are telling your responsibility to you, definitely your ego will hurt, right?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But the change might fail from our end, right?
They have to take
Maybe
it.
failed from.
They have to take it. Then they are answerable to the cab people. Why you didn't check? If change is failed, they don't management will don't leave it simply. Management will ask the respective teams why it was failed. What is the reason? Application team has to answer their question. Okay, that is
And
their
one more,
responsibility.
yeah, one more thing. While downloading patch, these details will not be there in that Microsoft
No, no, no,
website. That
no, no, no,
compatibility level
no.
up to
It won't be
this
there.
application level can
No,
be
why? Because why?
updated
I'll
like
tell
that.
you. I got your point. Why? Because
Because we have in
I
Oracle
got
that
your point.
compatible.
Yeah,
Okay.
Venkatesh, I got your point. The thing is, it will tell you what and all bugs will be fixed because with this update. Okay. So the thing is, that there are thousands, lakhs of applications will be there, internal, external applications will be there. So Microsoft can't tell for this application, this is compatible, for this application, this is compatible. No. Why? Because application is your requirement, your business requirement. So you can have multiple n number of applications. So how come Microsoft can track this? Whether for this application, I have small application SOSC, the SOSC.com. This is my application. The source.com is our website. So the source.com, the sole owner is like Shanmukh. So Shanmukh has to check what kind of database I can use. So that is my application, my requirement. I want to like popular the products of SOSC. So I just created an application, the source.com. So Microsoft can't check whether source is running on which version or which CU is compatible with this particular application. No, that is not possible. So that is the duty of the application team. They have to check it.
So, bro, in some cases, if we have 5 different databases, so 3 different databases are supposed to be work with the latest
Not like
version.
that, Subbu. That is not possible. That is not possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in
So
some applications will not
complete.
be migrated. Like, there is no more updates for the applications.
That's
So the
what.
data.
If there is no updates from the application side, they have to again create a new application with the latest versions. That's what that is called migration. They have to go with the migration.
Okay. So they have to come up with the latest version on their
Definitely.
application side. Then only the SQL
Correct.
will be supporting. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. If there
And
is no updates from the application side, if they can't go, generally, if any application is giving revenue, they are interested to spend money on that application, right? If you are getting some money on the business, again, you are interested to put some money on the same business, right? If you are not at all getting any money, definitely you leave it as it's okay, chalo, I am not getting any revenue from that application. That is just for the sake it was there. Just naam ke vaste the application is running. That's it. It should run as per our policy, as per the commitment that we have given to the customers. The application has to run. That's okay. Even though it's throwing the error, even though we have some security vulnerabilities, let it continue like that. They are going to means depends upon the application, depends upon the revenue that is generating. So some people they don't even though we ask them, they don't give you the downtime. Okay,
Mhm.
no problem, leave it as it is. So like that. So we'll leave it as it is. In case of any issues, that's their headache. They have to go to Microsoft and they have to take the Microsoft support and all. This is how it will work.
Okay, bro. Thanks.
Yeah.
one more thing, Sanmu.
Yes, Venkat.
Yesterday we have discussed RTM and SP pack 1, 2, 3, 4, and in that sub level we have cumulative updates, right?
Right.
So we have concept of conflict packs.
No, no, no. We don't have any such concept, Venkatesh. No
Uh,
conflict back concept.
you are understanding, right? If I have updated SP 1 service pack 1 and the cumulative level 2, so from next year or last year I have updated these cumulative patch. This
Okay.
year I don't want to update that SP pack 2, so directly I want to go to SP pack 3 and cumulative level 2 or 4, something like that. Is it possible? Or else before that I need to remove this SP
Yesterday we
pack
have
1.
yesterday we have discussed this point actually. I opened an Excel sheet. I have explained on
Yeah.
from direct RTM to whatever service pack or cumulative update latest service pack is there, you can directly apply the patchings. No need to again remove the old patches.
Okay, okay.
Okay, yesterday we have discussed with the help of Excel sheet. I guess you can recollect that one. Excel sheet, I opened that
Okay,
and I explained SP1, SP2, SP3, and that particular child updates.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. Then
yeah,
I'll check that.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay, chalo. So let's remove the patch now. So how to remove the patch? Let me show you guys. So now in case you want to remove anything, you want to uninstall anything, where you will go, right? Guys, normally. If you want to remove, if you want to uninstall something from your system, where you will go?
Control panel.
Add or remove programs, right?
Yeah.
So same here also same, add or remove programs. So we have a shortcut for that. What is the shortcut? App is .cpl. Okay. It will open the add or remove programs. App is .cpl. It will directly open the add or remove programs, right? So here you can see here one option, view installed updates. Okay, view installed updates left side. Click on the installed updates. There you can see what and all updates are there for the for all the applications, not only for SQL Server. For all the applications that has been installed in this machine, you can see all the updates. See 4335, that is the update, right? We have installed yesterday 4335. 4335. So here you can see 3 components. From which component I have to remove, guys? Any guess? 4335 hotfix, 4335 hotfix, 4335 hotfix. From which
KB50.
KV, all are
SQL
KB50s only.
We have to
Server.
The
uninstall 3.
SQL Server 2019
Very good. This is the
sender
main
one.
component.
Mhm.
This is the main component. If you these are all the shared components. Okay. If you remove from the main component, from the shared components, it will be removed. But if you remove from the shared components on the main component, it won't be removed, guys. Okay. You have to remove from the main database engine, SQL Server 2019 64-bit. Once you remove this, all the shared components updates also will be removed. Okay. So what you can do now, this is the main component update, Microsoft SQL Server 2019, and you can see the update. So now what you can do, just double click on this.
How to identify that is the main component?
You can easily identify, see, this is browser for SQL Server. This is VSS writer for SQL Server. Out of these 3, what do you think which one is main component?
Yeah, MS SQL.
Definitely, right? You can see, in case if you have some normal, whatever things we discussed till now, if you know the importance of all the services, you can easily identify which one is main component. Okay, so browser and VSS writer, as you know that they are shared components. Microsoft SQL Server is the main component generally, like we have discussed this during the installation feature section. Right, same window you will get it like before patching. What kind of window will get it, right? During the patching, same window, removing patching also will get the same kind of window. You can see the window. Okay, so this is the window, and again guys, while removing you have to be very careful. If multiple instances are there, check exactly from which instance you want to remove, select that instance. If you don't want to remove, unselect that instance. Here by default all the instances with the 2019 CU23 will be selected here. If you have 3 instances of SQL 2019 CU23, all 3 instances it will show you here, guys. So if you don't want to remove from other 2 instances, you have to simply uncheck that instance. Okay, if you uncheck that instance, it don't touch it. If you want to remove, select the instance. Okay, in our case we have only one instance is there, right? So I'm selecting that instance. Okay, so make sure you selected the instance, and make sure it is going to remove from the shared components also. Okay, it is going to remove from the shared components also. If you don't select this, 1 minute, just one, getting lot of noise, right?
No, bro, it's clear, I think.
No, okay, 1 minute. I'm getting the lot of.
Okay.
It is clear.
Actually, there are some bore works going on here since 1 week.
Oh.
Okay, fine. So now make sure that you select shared features also. Then it will remove the browser and the hotfix. I mean VSS writer and all. Okay, updates. Right. So next, and guys, before removing the patching, you have to restart the Windows machine once. Otherwise, if you don't restart, it don't allow you to remove. One check will be failed. Okay. So before removing patching is also a downtime activity. SQL Server will reboot multiple times and you have to restart the Windows machine. Okay, so before removing the patching itself, you have to reboot the machine, and after removing the patching itself, you have to reboot the machine once. Okay. So once you just restarted the VM, then you can proceed to remove the patch. So it's just checking the files in use. So after this, you can see the last final screen, and you can just click on remove option. Okay, there is an option called remove button. So you can click on the remove button. So once it's done, then it will be updated to the old version. Yesterday it was like updated from RTM to CU23, right? So if I remove CU23, again to which level it will go?
RTM.
RTM or CU22? If I remove
We have
CU23,
updated.
Last updated.
yes, it will go to the last update.
CU
Last
22.
update is no, not CU22. I haven't patched the SQL server in
RTM.
RTM
22,
only.
right? Direct RTM, I applied CU23. So the last update is RTM only. The last level is RTM only. It will go to the
Okay, sir.
last level, last applied update level. Okay, so now you can see the command is action is equal to remove patch. You can patch SQL servers using command also. You can patch the SQL server using command also. Action is equal to patch, action is equal to remove patch, like that. You can patch SQL server or remove patch using command also. So you can just click on remove. Okay, so now it is going to start the uninstallation process, guys. Okay, just click on remove. Right, in case if you're patching multiple instances at a time, yesterday we have discussed it, right? We can patch multiple instances at a time. If you have 3 instances, and if you are patching 3 instances at a time, so it will patch, you can patch multiple instances at a time. Okay, you can unpatch multiple instances at a time also, but even though you have selected all the instances, it will patch one by one only. It don't patch parallelly. Imagine during patching you selected 3 instances. You can select 3 instances or number of instances, like how many instances are there, you can select all the instances. But once patching is completed on one instance, it will go to the next instance to complete the patch. So it will show you the status, like here in this, you can see right here the files are changing, right? In this section, it will show you 1 by 3 if you have 3 instances. If it is patching first instance, it will show you 1 by 3. If you are patching second instance, it will show you 2 by 3. If it is patching third instance, it will show you 3 by 3. Like that, it will update here, guys. In this window, it will update. In this section, it will update 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3, like that. It will update. Finally, it will complete the patching of all the instances. Same remove patching also same, guys. So let's see, sometimes we'll get this missing errors while removing the patch. Sometimes we don't get it, but again, I'll try to give the we'll discuss about the missing MS and MSP files. Okay, right. If we are getting, then it's good that I can show you. If we are not getting, then it will be difficult. Right. Fine. So as discussed yesterday, they will ask you what and all some common errors you face it till now during the patching. Or else, not only patching, they might ask you like, tell me any situation that you have faced, like you face the error and no one is there in the shift, like that. They are going to ask you something. So generally, during the installation, this we have already discussed during the installation. During the patching, remove patching, during upgrading the SQL server, we'll discuss what is upgradation and all. During uninstalling SQL server, in these 5 scenarios, we will get missing MSI and MSP files errors. Okay, in these 5 scenarios, we will get missing MSA and MSP files errors, guys. Okay, during installation also we'll get it. Patching also we'll get it. While removing the patching also we can get it. While upgrading the SQL server, where there is a case of where there is a chance to replace the MSA and MSP files, in all these cases, we have to replace MSA and MSP files. Okay, so where there is a case of replacing MS and MSP files, in all the cases, there is a chance. I'm not saying definitely you will get it. 60-70% you don't get it. If it is new instance, 99% you don't get any errors. If it is old instance and all, you might get these kind of errors. What is the first error, guys? Missing MSA and MSP files errors. I told you, right, when you are installing or when you are patching, it will copy some MSA and MSP files. It will copy some MSA and MSP files. Okay. And during the patching, it will try to replace the old MSA and MSP files. It will try to replace the old MSA and MSP files, guys. So let me show you in the window. I guess it was completed successfully. Right. Let me open the media, guys. Let me open the media. Okay, this PC. This is SQL Server software, right? And let me open this. Okay, so here just simply search .msi. This is the media, right? In this media itself, you can see MS and MSP files. Yeah, .msi. .msi. Okay. You can see some of the MSA files, guys. You can see some of the MSA files here. I'll show you. I'm just searching this. It is taking time to search. Right. Now you can see, right, it was successfully remove the patch, guys. Okay, you can see all the components are successfully removed. I mean to say, not components, I mean to say the updates has been successfully removed from all the components. Okay, so that also you can track it. You can track using summary.txt file whether it is successful or not. You can close this, and now you can come here. You can check earlier it was 4335.1, and you can see RTM C23, right? You can see 433.5. 4335.1. So you can just refresh, it will go to, anyone remember the last bill number? The last bill number?
2000.
Yes, very good. 2000. Okay. Just refresh it, it will go to 2000.5. And here also you can see CE23, right? And just again execute this. You can see CE23 will be removed, and you can see only RTM. And where is that? Yeah, bill number. You can see 15.0.2000.5. So like this, you have to cross check, okay, whether it was successfully removed or not. Like this, you can cross check, guys. Where is this folder? Right. Now, if you see the extension, see here, .msc extension, right? So now listen carefully. It's easy only, guys. I'll try to elaborate. That's it. Okay. So now the thing is, all these files, whatever files you can see here, okay, whatever files you can see here, when you are patching the SQL Server, this is like SQL Server installation media, right? It will copy. When you are patching the SQL Server, it will copy, guys. These files will be copied for the first time, right? These files, this is an important file, SQL Engine Core INST. Sometimes you will get the error, this file is missing, something like that, okay? So this is my software, guys. Guys, this is SQL Server 2019 software, okay? Listen carefully. Control C. Okay, I cannot rename that. Okay, so SQL Server 2019 software. Okay, what is the file name, guys? SQL _. core engine SQL core engine underscore inst. Okay, inst. Imagine I'm giving an example, guys. One file SQL engine core inst. SQL engine core inst. Control X, Control X, and Control V. Okay, SQL engine core inst.msi file. Okay, fine. This is one of the file. Imagine. So now, when you patch the SQL Server 2019 in the CU23 file, again same file will be there. Same set of file will be there with updates. Updated SQL engine core inst file will be there. So when you are patching the SQL Server, this file will replace this file. Getting the point, guys? Are you getting the point? Whatever old files, this is your SQL Server 2019 software. When you install the SQL Server 2019, you will get this file. When you patch the SQL Server 2019 software, this file will be replaced with the updated file. Okay. So if I want to replace, I should have the old file, right? Getting the point? I should have old file. But sometimes these files will be deleted. The old files will be deleted when Windows team is doing some house cleaning activities, some maintenance activities. These files will be deleted. So it cannot replace this file. Why? Because it is not able to find this file. So that's why if it is cannot replacing, then even one file, if it cannot replace, the patching will be failed, guys. Getting the point? This is called missing and MSA and MSP. Same MSP also, if it is in case of MSA files, you can say MSP files, .msp, that's it. So the concept is, while trying to apply the updates, it will try to replace the old file with the new updated file. If you don't find that file, then definitely it cannot replace. So if it cannot replace even a single file also in that list, the patching will be failed. Shanmukh, how to check which MSA file is missing, or how will I get the errors? Okay. So in case if any errors are there, generally, okay, if any errors are there, let me show you some sample error. Okay. Let me show you some sample error, how missing MSA and MSP file errors will be. Okay. While patching itself, you can see in the on the display itself, you can see, okay, the error name and all. Right. So let's go to images. I'll show you the error, how it will be, what kind of error you can see. Right. Okay. Now you can see the same. You can reflect this one. Okay. Let me save this image. PNG. Okay. So try to check this error, guys. Okay. Try to check this error. See here, this is how you will get it. Missing MSA and MSP error. See, SQL Server setup has encountered the following error. Read the error carefully. It will only give you the solution. It will only give you the solution, guys. Okay. The cached MSI file, C Windows installer 1090E73.msi is missing. Shanmukh, you said this file is missing, right? But it is showing different name. See, while installing it, don't directly install with this name. It will rename as a different name. Some number it will give. Okay. What is that number? Something like this. 1090E73.msi. 1090E73.msi. Okay. MSI. While installing it will rename, guys. Okay. This is the original file name and this is the cached file name. Right. Now you can see here. Is missing. Its original file is SQL engine core inst.msi. And it was installed for the product SQL Server 2016 database engine services from so and so path. Earlier, From where you install, it is giving you the path. In my case, that is D drive, right? Someone copied the guys, these files will be there in your softwares, in your SQL Server 2019, whatever it is, your RTM softwares. Initially, you will copy one software, right, to install SQL Server. So the files will be there in the particular software, guys. So and so location. And the version is 13.2. Something like this. To resolve this problem, recover the missing file from the installation media and start setup again. For more information, you can check this blog, something like that it is showing. So guys, is it clear what it is saying? Whatever missing files are there, that the missing file original name is this. You can get this missing file from so and so software, SQL Server 2016 software. You can get the same missing file from the so and so software, so that you can replace. The solution is, as the file is missing, simply you have to replace this file, guys. Okay, so how to replace? There are different ways. Generally, what we will do, if one or two files are missing, we'll go to other box which is having same SQL Server 2019 software. We'll go to some other box, maybe some other server where we have SQL Server 2019 installed. We'll go to that particular path, whatever file is there, where we can see these files, 109E. Can you tell me where we can see this file? 1090E73. You can tell the answer. You can see the answer on the screen itself. Where I can see this file?
Windows
Installation media.
See here, see Windows installer. It is showing like this. Okay, the path. So don't do anything in your local machine, guys. Always use server only. Okay, you cannot directly open C Windows installer. Why? Because it is a hidden folder. Okay, if you open C drive, you cannot see that C Windows installer. Okay, C drive, right? Windows. Can you see installer folder here? Right? You cannot see. Identity, IME, immersive, INF, input method. That's it. No other folders with a I. Windows R. You just copy this path. Control C. Windows R. Okay. Windows R. Control V. Right? Installer. Just type installer. Please be muted. Installer. Now you can see all the files. See here. These are all the files that are renamed. You cannot see the direct files. So you have to replace. Please be muted, Srinivas.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. So you can see these files. You can replace these files. Okay. Whatever files you are getting, you can replace. Simply, you can replace that file from the existing server. That's how we will do sometimes if one or two files are missing. If more files are missing, then Microsoft introduced a tool called Fix Missing MS and MSP. What is the tool, guys? Fix Missing MS and MSP. You can directly download that tool. Okay, so Google Fix Missing MSI tool. Okay, just type it. You can see the first option from the Microsoft. You can open this. That is just an exe file. No need to install also. That is just an exe file. And you can go down. Download from the GitHub repository. Okay. So this is the tool. Just downloaded. Okay. Just downloaded. So now what you can do, you can just open that to downloads. Earlier I have downloaded for the older version. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? You can extract this. Okay. You can extract to the same folder. 7-zip. Extract to the same folder. Once you extracted, it will open and you can see, yeah, like this it will open and you can see exe file. Just double click on this. Okay. Or what you can do, you can just copy this, Control C and paste it here. Go to your server, paste it here. Right. And open this. And you can see here missing MSI file, fix missing MSI file application. Okay, you can just, now you can give the media. You can browse it, Shanmukh, before itself. Why I have to wait till I get the error? Before itself, I want to track it. Okay, you can just browse the media, guys. Here you can give the software and all, whatever software we have, you can give the software. Okay, you can directly attach the software so that it is going to scan everything from the particular software, and it will tell you in case of any missing files are there or not. If any missing files are there, you can see here. Okay, here you can see missing files. Okay, fix it option will be there here. Okay, under status, you can see fix it option. Simply you will click on the fix it button, automatically it will replace the files. Okay, so you can also use fix all option if you have 10-20 files are missing. See, all are these are all missing files. Okay, SQL common core, SQL engine core. You can see here. Let me expand this, the file names. Okay, SQL engine core, inst lock, msa. You can see all the files and all. So you can see here, like, let me show you that button also, you will get an idea. See here, if you see here, there is a button, right? Fix it button. If you click on the fix it button under action section, there is a button called fix it. If you have any issues, it will show you under red color. See here, missing 3 files are there. Okay, so those 3 files are like this. So if you click on fix it option, it will fix all the missing files. This is the original file name. This is the cached file name. Okay, if you see here, this is the original file name. Where is that screenshot? Yeah, this is the one. If you see here, this is the original file name, SQL_is.msi. This is the cached file name, 83717132.msi. Means in the C Windows installed, it will save like this. Shanmukh, why I need this headache? Tell me the shortcut. Simply download this tool, scan the software. You can see under fix option, fix all option will be there. Under fix all, automatically it will fix all the missing MS and MSP files. If you have any, in our scenario, we don't have any missing files to show. Okay, so this is how you have to fix, guys. Very simple tool, very easy tool also. In the organization, they will ask in the interview how to fix MS and MSP tool. So 2 answers are there. We can manually copy the missing files from the old location. If it is 1 or 2 files, generally I use it to copy from the existing server, right? For example, I have we have 253 box. This is 253 box. Imagine 254 box is there, 254 server is there with the same configuration. During the installation or during the patching, I can see the error clearly. Okay, this so-and-so file is missing. SQL engine core inst lock.msa file is missing. I can see the name of the file, 6f4192.msa file. I'll go to 254 box. I'll go to C Windows installer. I'll copy this file. I'll replace it in the C Windows installer of 253 box. So again, I'll try to patch it. It will be successful. That's how generally we'll replace if it is 1 or 2 files. If it is more files, then you have to download fix missing MSI files. Fix missing MSI. The tool name is fix missing MSI tool. Earlier, before this tool, we used it to use VB script and all. So that is very big headache. So we have to download this fix missing MSI tool, and you can copy this tool to the server on which server you are getting the errors, and you can open the exe file, fix missing MSI file, and you can attach the media from which media you are installing or patching, and you can scan it, and it will show you any missing files are there. In the fix tab, there is an option called fix all. Just click on fix all option. Automatically, it will fix all the missing MSI and MSP files. Okay, so there is a document. I'll forward you the document, guys. Okay, how to use this missing MSI and MSP file. So whatever we discussed, everything is there in the document. I'm going to forward the document. Okay, so that you can go through it. Okay.
Media is compulsory, right, for this to fix the MSI files?
Which one? Media.
Media.
Of course. From media only it will copy the files.
So without media, we cannot copy that.
No, we cannot. We can still copy. I told you another solution, right? From other server with the same configuration, you can copy from that server.
It is one file we can copy, but more than one file, right? So we cannot
what we can do, Srinivas, the 2 solutions are there. If you want, you can copy it from media. If you don't want, you can copy it from the existing server configurations also. So these are only two solutions. If you want,
MSP files also same, right?
same. Instead of MSI, you can see MSP. That's it.
Okay. So one single file, if we click on one exe file, that will shows all the missing files. Correct?
No. That is,
Okay.
if we click on this tool, fix missing MSI tool. If you click on any single error, it don't show you all the files. This tool will help you how many missing files are there.
Okay.
Yeah, this tool, using this tool, you can find all the missing files. It can be one missing file, it can be 10 missing files. Sometimes if you, I have seen like all the files are missing. One of the old server, all the files are missing. So if all the files are missing, what we have to do? We have to copy all the files from the other server. Instead of simply going with this tool, as you know that all the files are missing, you can directly copy all the files from the other server with the same configuration. Again, if it is 2005, you have to copy it from 2005 only. You cannot copy it from 2008. Configuration should be same. Okay. Yeah. Fine, guys. So you can explain. I'll give you the document also. You can just go through it. Whatever we discussed. Let me show you the document. I guess I have downloaded that. One minute. Maybe let me check here. Okay, done. Right, okay. So like this, it will be with screenshots. You can attach and you can just go through this document, guys. You'll get an idea. Okay. Right. I'll share this document. Same with the screenshots and all we have. Right. So that's how we can fix the missing MS and MSP files, guys. Any questions?
So may I know which SQL version you have seen this of missing MSI files?
Most all
You
versions.
experienced?
Mostly all the
Okay.
versions. Yeah, every version will have the same kind of stuff. We can see like SQL Server 2005 onwards, 2005, 2008, 8R2, 12, 14, 16. Most of the versions you can see. But again, you don't get it regularly, guys. Very rarely you will get missing
Okay.
MS and MSP files. But if
Randomly.
you are
Okay.
patching 100 servers, out of hundreds, you might get 2-3 errors like this. 2-3 servers will face these kind of errors out of 100 servers.
Okay.
Done. So any other questions, guys?
Yes, sir.
And yes, please.
Actually, we are fixing these files in setup file only, right? Whatever we downloaded the patch setup file.
No, with the setup file only we are fixing. You in the error, it will throw you from where exactly you can get that missing file. If it is your software, RTM software, you can use that RTM software to recover the files. If it is from any service pack file, you can use that particular service pack file. So it will throw you, it will in the error itself, it will clearly show you from where you can get the missing file. Yes, any other questions, guys?
Yes, I do have a question. You mentioned that we can also copy the missing files from other servers.
Correct.
What would be the process?
No process. See, you know I mean, like just now we discussed, right? The cached file and original file. Okay. original file name. Say for example, if this file is missing, if SQL_is is missing, .msa is missing, the original file name is 83717132. Okay. So now
Yeah.
what you will do, imagine the same server with SQL Server 2019 CU23, it was patched CU23. So you know, right, where we can see this file. We have two servers, server A, server B. In server B, we are getting this error, SQL_is.msa file is missing. So server A is already patched, successfully patched with 2019 CU23. Go to server A, go to C Windows installer folder, check for this file, copy that file, and just go to server B, go to C Windows installer and paste it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
So you just copy and paste.
That's it. Right click, copy,
Okay.
right click, paste. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Right. Okay. Chalo. So that's it from like patching side, guys. So in case of any errors like related to the patching, you know, right? First source is summary.txt file, and the second source is your detail.txt file, and the third source is your event viewer application logs. You have to go through all these sections. I mean to say, you have to check all these corners, and you can see the error information, and based on the error information and all, okay, you can troubleshoot the issue, guys. This is how it will work. Fine. Any questions? Right. So now the next topic is let's take a break. We'll be back after 15 minutes. And then we'll start with the security, guys. Okay, security, which is very important concept, very, very important, and not so difficult, guys, easy only, but try to concentrate more on that. Okay, so let's discuss after the break. 8:30 we'll connect, and then we'll discuss. We'll start the new topic, security. Okay, chalo, guys, I'll be in mute. Okay.